In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to install PostgreSQL for Jira and Confluence. Atlassian's recommended database is PostgreSQL, and the recommended version we'll be choosing is 9.6. Under postgresql.org, we'll be choosing our database version, which is 9.6, and then we'll be choosing our platform, which is Centos7. Our architecture is 64-bit. I'm going to click and copy the installation repository and then paste it to my terminal, click enter, and then when I see the packages, I'm going to click yes. So I have to click and install now the additional Postgres packages. One of them is the package and the service packages. So I'm gonna put the install PostgreSQL 96 server, click enter, and then wait until it's installed. That is going to take a little bit. After that, I have to install the server packages as well. So I'm going to choose yes. Is installed, and then server packages as well. Now we are going to initialize the database with the command, and then hit enter. And we'll be enabling the database as well with the systemctl enable PostgreSQL 9.6. So my database is enabled, and I have to start the Postgres now. Now we have to log in with the Postgres user and then create our username and database for the Confluence, and then after for Jira. Now I'm logging in with sudo-u postgres/e, and then run the command psql, and then I'll be using the command create user. So you have the option to choose your own username and your password. I put something more easy for demonstration purposes. I have here create user Confluence DB user password 12345, but you have to choose something more secure for your organization. As you can see, I hit enter, I created my role. Now I have to choose and create my database with the create database command. Confluence database is my database name, and then I have the default template that is by default like that. So you have to choose only the database name and then click enter. Your database is created. Now you have to grant all privileges for the database user and the database. You can see grant all privileges on database Confluence DB to Confluence DB user. Click enter, and then permissions are granted. Now we have to do the same steps now for Jira. So you can use create user Jira DDB user password 122345. Remember, you shouldn't use the same database for Confluence and Jira, must be separated, otherwise they are going to collapse. So we put create user Jira database user password 12345 semicolon. Role is created. We'll be using the same procedure again. We'll be creating the database. The template is the same. We have to change the Jira database user, and then the database is created. Now the permissions are granted as well. And then we have to quit Postgres with /q. Now we have to modify the ident to MD5. So that's the default authentication method for local connections on Postgres. So that means it will get the operating system username of client by contacting the ident server. That needs to be changed, and you have to choose the line where it says ident and then replace it to MD5. For both, and this line is for IPv6, and then double colon WQ exclamation mark, and then you exit. Now we have the Postgres configured, and then I'm going to start my Postgres with systemctl start PostgreSQL, and then I'm going to check the status. Systemctl status Postgres SQL -9.6. As you can see, my database is up and running. So in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to install Jira and Confluence separately.